7:51 here.
That was
Big
Matt Salmon from Arizona.
7:51, Big 550 KTRS. We've got Alex Stone, who is live in Los Angeles, California. Good morning, Alex Stone.
McGraw, good morning. How you doing?
All right, so they're looking inside of a lake. Why? What's going on?
Well, FBI divers began their search in the lake yesterday. It's in San Bernardino, not far away from the shooting scene. They're going to be back today, and it's likely going to last for several days. The FBI tells us they are looking for anything that could be related to the case. There are some indications they may be looking for a hard drive that was missing from the home, and did it go into the lake? Did they toss it in there to get rid of it? They don't know. They don't know where some of the evidence they're looking for is, and there were some reports, and the FBI got some tips that the attackers were seen around that lake at some point, potentially, between the time of the initial shooting in which 14 people were killed and the shootout that they had with police when they were killed. So the thought is maybe they went there, maybe they were trying to get rid of evidence, and they were throwing a bunch of stuff into the lake. But the FBI admits they don't know, that there may be nothing in the lake. They're just trying to make sure that no stone is left unturned, and they're looking anywhere there could be evidence, and they may come up with nothing in the end.
How far is this lake from where the shooting actually took place, or the home?
Not very far, maybe a mile or so. It's pretty close, and the thought is that this would have been a logical place if you're on the run and you're trying to get rid of some stuff. But then again, it would have taken some planning. You got to get the hard drive out of a computer, which, if you've ever taken a hard drive out of a computer, can be a little bit tough. And then to throw it in there and think, let's put it in the lake. And so who knows? There may be something in there. There may not be. It's quite the scene as the FBI divers have been out there, though, because all the neighborhood folks come around and watch on the lake, watching these FBI investigators going through very slowly. It's a very muddy, murky, man-made lake, and they're kind of on all fours in their scuba gear. You can see them sticking out of the water as they crawl through the very shallow area of the lake.
Alex Stone, you're in Los Angeles. We're now hearing that there was some evidence that more attacks were planned?
Well, what they've got is on Syed Farook's cell phone and potentially on some of his other devices, the FBI lab in Quantico, Virginia, has been able to resurrect some data on there, and there are some pictures of other sites in San Bernardino and in the Southern California area. They don't know at this point, though, with 100% certainty, that those sites were areas that they wanted to attack. He was a county health inspector. Pictures of a high school in town that he had on his phone. He inspected that high school twice. And so the FBI says these may have just been pictures related to work, but they don't know. It could have also been a potential attack area. What they're telling us, though, is that if they confirmed that there was a possible attack site, then a warning would have gone out to that site just for heightened security in case there's anybody still connected to it, and none of those warnings have gone out. They say they are so unsure that they haven't warned any of these sites that they may have been the target of an attack because they just don't know. He could have taken pictures of the building because he was inspecting the building, which we know he did several times.
Right. Or he just might have been just taking a picture of where he went to high school. I mean, you just don't know.
Exactly. I mean, it could have been anything, and it's, or he thought something looked cool, or it was a cool sunset and took a picture of something. There happened to be a building in it. Think of if they went through your cell phone right now, the pictures that they would find, and you could look at them on the side of, okay, was he going to attack this place, or did he just was he taking a picture of the place? And they've got the same situation here, that there's really no indication at this point of hard evidence that they were planning to attack anything else, but they have to expect that and suspect that they were, because they had 12 more bombs ready to go. They had more bomb-making materials. They had all the ammo, that the thought is they were going to use that stuff somewhere.
Alex Stone, I got about a minute left. Anything new with this friend who they want to talk to or were talking to who bought the gun?
Well, it looks like he's probably going to be charged here pretty quickly with something, at least with gun charges for buying the gun and then handing it off to Syed Farook, which is illegal to buy a gun for somebody and then hand it off to them with the purpose of just giving it to them and buying it under your name. But the FBI also looking at potentially charges of being an accomplice, potentially murder, because he's now saying that he and Syed Farook were plotting their own attack back in 2012, but they got cold feet when another plot was broken up in the San Bernardino area and they didn't carry it out. That may have been why he purchased the guns. Did he know, and there's some indication he may have known that they were planning this sort of an attack. If he did know, then he's probably going to look at charges involved in this case.
Alex Stone, if they look at my cell phone now, I better get Hanson and Barry Manilow off my playlist.
Hanson, wow.
Alex Stone, live in Los Angeles. Thanks for checking in.
You got it. Have a great weekend, McGraw.
Thanks, you too. 7:56, Big 550, KTRS.
Hi, this is Jeff Lapidus, a retirement coach. If